So, Rafi, this bill also proposes some criminal code changes.
The government wants to increase sentences for online incitement of hatred, specifically for promotion or incitement to genocide. That would mean a maximum sentence that goes up to life imprisonment from the current 5 years.
And can you take us through what happened?
Stop. Life imprisonment. And of course, they sprinkle in it some other things. But what is the objective? Life imprisonment. Imagine that. What's happening in America? What's happening in Canada? What's happening in the West? What's happening in the world? A transformation is taking place that will utterly persecute God's people. Are we ready for this? Watch this. Let him continue. Justin Trudeau.
Fighting back.
Protests, public protests are an important part of making sure we're getting messages out there, but using protests to demand changes to public policy is something that I think is worrisome.
Okay. So here we have the Prime Minister of Canada saying that, yes, we have a highly functioning democracy and they have the right and freedom to protest. However, if those protests are used to demand change in government policy, then no.
The small fringe minority who are holding unacceptable views that they're expressing. Do not represent the views of Canadians who know that following the science and stepping up to protect each other is the best way to continue to ensure our freedoms, our rights, our values as a country.
Do you see it? Two things were connected there. Freedom of speech, and you cannot assemble to petition your government. Why would you assemble to petition your government? It's because you have been grieved, you're going through grievances, you want to redress those grievances. In a crisis, you don't have that liberty. That is not a country that provides freedom. That's mob rule, totalitarianism, that's communism, that's socialism, that's tyranny. That's what that is, globalism. And what was the actual issue, the controversy? The pestilence 19 pandemic. So what's going to happen when they roll out the next pandemic? And also catastrophes, so-called climate change. We haven't seen anything yet. Eileen in the comment section writes, they want to control our minds. Selma writes, it's mind control of the beast. Again, this is MOB, mind control of the beast. Listen.
As of today, a bank or other financial service provider will be able to immediately freeze or suspend an account without a court order.
If you are involved in this protest, we will actively look to identify you and follow up with financial sanctions and criminal charges.
Banks have already started to freeze the accounts of people involved in the protests.
Please get out. Immediately get out. Intimidating people in a church during the Passover. Unbelievable.
Growing up under communist dictatorships, I have been warning Canadians that that's what's coming. I could smell it. I could see it at every corner. We will not put up with this anymore. We are fighting back.
Beloved, do we see what's coming? We just saw a foretaste of this. And now notice what we're told. In the book Great Controversy, page 606, the scenes of Babylon must be laid open so people can flee from Babylon. Babylon slavery. Revelation 18, verse 1 through verse 4. And Babylon slavery in verse 11 through verse 13, which is totalitarianism. We have to call people from Babylon, but their sins, diabolical policies, and the tyrants must be exposed. but they'll call us hate preachers. And that's how church and state are going to unite. And the merchants to fine, prosecute, imprison, even martyr some of God's people, to silence speech.